Polymers and textiles are an integral part of society. What we wear and what our clothing can do for us has helped to define humanity for most of history. Clothing serves many purposes: fashion, protection from the elements, warmth, and identification. Fashion allows us to use our own imagination while applying trends and uniqueness to our very own style. Fashion is diverse and is a powerful means of self-expression. However, without polymers, clothing and fashion would simply not exist. A polymer is a class of natural or synthetic substances composed of very large molecules called macromolecules, which are multiples of simpler chemical units referred to as monomers. Before the polymer factory was well established, cotton, wool, silk, and other natural products were primarily used for making clothes. Let's take a deeper look at these natural polymers. Cotton is almost entirely made up of alpha cellulose, which is a polymer made of beta-glucose monomers. It derives its strength through hydrogen bonding between its hydroxyl groups. Cotton is highly absorbent and is hydrophilic as it has pores within the cotton fibers that can fill with water. This property makes cotton an excellent textile for towels. Next up is wool. It belongs to a group of proteins known as keratins. It has a heterogeneous composition where the protein is made up of amino acids and acidic carboxyl groups. Wool is highly breathable, soft, flexible, a great thermal insulator, and is used for various applications such as sweaters, socks, t-shirts, suits, and more. The third most common natural polymer is silk. It is composed of long strands of two different proteins, sericin and fibroin, which are polymers of amino acids. Silk contains various peptide bonds and is by far the strongest natural polymer while still remaining highly breathable. Some examples of silk are robes, curtains, and pillows. The evolution of science and technology brings consumers new types of materials with unique and valuable properties. Let's take a look at some synthetic polymers used in clothing. Polyesters are one of the most widely used synthetic fibers. It is known as PET and is an ester polymer made from terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. Advantages of polyester include long, stable polymers, making the fabric strong and very resilient. Polyester is widely used in shirts, hoodies, blankets, and more. Nylon is a synthetic polyamide and is manufactured through a chemical process where high amounts of heat and pressure are applied to fossil fuels to yield sheets of polyamide and nylon. Nylon is seen in various textiles and is strong and stretchy, hence why it's used for ropes, stockings, leggings, and more. Goretex is a modified version of PTFE. There's a stretching process introduced within the polymer which occurs between long and thin fibrils between the nodes. There's many pores that are large enough to let through water vapor but too small to allow for liquid molecules to pass through. This makes up for the main property of Goretex, which is the fact that it's breathable but waterproof, seen in waterproof textiles. Kevlar is a polyamide. It has intermolecular hydrogen bonding occurring between the C double bond O and the NH groups. This makes it very hard to break apart the polymer chains, hence why it's used for things such as armor and personal protection, such as a bulletproof vest. It also has fire resistant and is used for firemen's suits. Lastly is Lycra. Lycra is a spandex material made from a long-chain polymer, polyurethane. It has a rigid and a soft monomer, allowing for it to be very elastic and breathable. This allows for the textile to be perfect for activewear and swimwear. Implementation of new chemistry and technology has been one of the major topics in sustainable fiber production. Meanwhile, more and more brands have identified new ways to reuse, recycle, and resell their clothes. There seems to be a more sustainable future for textiles, but greater efforts are needed to find better ways for saving the materials and reducing waste and pollutants associated with it.